Hey guys, welcome back to Crypto. In today's content, we'll talk about BTC. We'll take a look at Bitcoin on the macro level on a 3D basis, and we'll take a look at it in terms of Fibonacci's and all that good stuff, and what type of price action we could be anticipating over the next like a few weeks going forward, right? So, by the way, it is June 9th, 2023. The price of BTC just about like a 26,431 on Bitstamp, right? It doesn't matter, Leroy, it's just 26,431. It doesn't matter which exchange you're using, right? So now let's take a look at BTC in terms of a top formation. Over the last few weeks or over the last couple of months, we've been moving sideways. The top range just just about like a 31k, the lower range just about like a mid 25k. Okay, so over the last 8 weeks, nearly 8 weeks, okay, we've been consolidating in terms of like a head and shoulder. You could look at it in terms of head and shoulder if you want to, right here, and you got your left shoulder, right shoulder, right, and a big head, a nice constant sideways correction around like a 26k area. Okay, so technically it is a bearish pattern, right? Top formation, head and shoulders, it is a bearish pattern. So if you take a look at the extension from your big head right here down to the neckline right there, right, if you extend it, it'll take us right down to a 0.618, actually 50% pullback, right? Just about like a 21,971 if you want to be exact. But if you want to front run it, right, in terms of like a supports and all that good stuff, would just say like a 22k. Okay, so once again, I don't think like the price action will be so volatile. We're going to shoot down to like a 22k area because we got our 382 Fibonacci. I've been saying it over the last few weeks since like the first week of May when I flipped completely bearish in terms of like a reversal, right? So it's been, even though it did not, right, hit the 24k support right here, it actually did well and hit like a 25 3 25 5, okay, which is pretty good from just about like a 27.7 28k area. Okay, but since like the volatility is so low, right, on the higher time frame, it's high on the lower degree. If you want to take a look at it like on the 15-second charts up to the 15 minutes, it's pretty volatile. But if you just want to focus on like the directional trend, right, on the 3D weekly monthly, it is pretty slow. Okay, if you take a look at it on the monthly, you can see like how how sideways, how slow the volatility in it is, right, in terms of like a sideways, right, just around the 21 EMA up, just above like the 21 EMA, slightly 10%, and 8% below the 21 EMA. So the 21 EMA being like a constant constant resistance, right? So it doesn't matter which way you're going. If you're going up, it is a resistance. If you're dropping, it was also a a support, right? So if we go back to the lower degree right here, so 50% pullback at 22k, you got your descending triangular formation. If you want to look at it in terms of like a descending triangular top formation, it is a descending triangular top formation, so something to keep in mind, right? However, we cannot be completely 100% bearish, even though we got a descending triangular formation. At the same time, if you want to take a look at the bullish pattern, it is a wedge pattern, right? It might not look good in terms of like a it might not look good, right, but it is a descent, it is a wedge pattern, right? So bears just have to be very cautious at the same time, because if for whatever reason, right, we do break out to the upside, right, we could be creating another divergence on our indicators, right? Because we already got our divergence right here. That's our wave 3, that's our wave 5, right? We talk about it in terms of like a wave analysis. You got your wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we got a divergence between wave 3 and wave 5 right there. Okay, so that's our divergence. So if we're going to get another divergence, it could be something like that, right? This guy pushes to the upside, right, and give us a divergence right here, and we could get either a double top or a possible higher highs, right? I'm not saying it will play out like that, but it is something like you just want to keep in mind, and that way you're not going to be like 100% bearish and not expecting a possible move to the upside. Okay, so what would be the invalidation point as of now? Okay, the biggest, I mean, I wouldn't say the biggest, but the highest range of invalidation point could be somewhere around like the 30.3. Okay, we don't want to break out above the 30.3 on a monthly basis. If you take a look at it on a monthly, that's our May highs, right? Somewhere around like a 30.3. Okay, that's good enough, right? Actually, it is 29,836, but I would just say 30K, right? Just in case it won't basically just kick you out and reverse to the downside and all that good stuff. Okay, so and if we break out above 30K, we could start to be looking for a possible move even up to like a 0.618 to the upside, but it might be too soon because we actually we actually in a very high pressure to the downside. So we could be looking for a possible move up to 39, but once again have to take out 30.3, and then we could start to look for some possible move to the upside, right? But in the short to medium term, the directional trend, it is still down, right? Bears are putting too much pressure on the price, right? So we'll see if 24K going to hold. If not, we possibly going to retest like a 50% or even down to 0.618, because 0.618 going to be pretty challenging. It is at 20K, so got to take it step by step. 24K, 22K, and if we get enough volatility, right, we could start to look for a possible move to 20K, right, and all that good stuff, right? All right, guys, that's all I wanted to cover regarding BTC based on the MACD. As I've been saying, price action below the 3D21 with a negative momentum on our MACD. Most of the time it is a bearish pattern. If we take a look at it on the 5D, we said it pretty much like back in early May. If the 5D crosses negative, right, we're going to be facing a bigger pressure, right? And recently we just got a weekly MACD being negative. That's not a good sign, right? So the weekly volatility likely to be picking up over the next like a few weeks. Something to basically keep in mind. If bears can keep the high pressure to the downside, right, we could be seeing higher volatility all the way down to a 50% pullback around like a 22K, right? In terms of timing, I don't know. Okay, most people want to know exactly when we're gonna hit these lows. It could take forever. It could take like the entire summer before we even retest the 22. I'm not saying it will, but it is something like we just have to be prepared for, right? Just in case the boringness and the choppiness get extended and we decide to price action decide to basically move sideways before dumping down to these lows, right? But we'll give you guys another update. So I'm just gonna keep it short. That's all I wanted to cover for BTC. If you find the content useful, you can subscribe to the channel, hit the likes, join the public Telegram group, link in the description and all that good stuff. Also the Discord public and premium group link in the description, right? All right, guys, thanks a lot for watching.